So this is the mosaic problem that we were working on Friday. You can see the sheet here, and the goal was to figure out the length of the side of a completed design. And the concept was that you had to take these tiles and form them into a perfect square. And there were lots of different options, and people came up with different designs. Let's take a look at some of them. So let's take a look at this first one. It's a simple design here. We have all of the small square tiles over here, and then we have the big square tiles around the edge here. We can see that the length of this square, it does form a perfect square, and we can see that the length of this square is 3, 6, 9, 12 centimeters. Each of these large squares is 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So 12 centimeters this way and 12 centimeters this way. So that's good. That works. Let's take a look at this next one. Different design here. What we see here is that some of the squares have been cut in half. These ones have been cut in half, and these ones here have actually been cut into thirds. So we've got 2/3 here and another third here. So let's see how that works. We can see that each of these is 3 centimeters long, so there's 9 centimeters here, but these lighter colored squares are only 2 centimeters, 2, 4, 6, 8, so we need an extra centimeter here, so we've got a half square. If this was a tiled mosaic floor, it's quite common to cut the tiles into subdivisions, so this is perfectly good too. Again, the length of a side is still 12 centimeters by 12 centimeters, so completely different design, but same size square. And we'll take a look at this third one. Here we have different design again, and it still ends up being a 12 by 12 grid. So lots of different ways of getting the same answer, but ultimately we find that the side length, which was the answer to part B, what is the length of the side of the completed design, is always going to be 12 centimeters. So let's take a look at part C of this question, explain how you know. So we've proven, or we've seen from all the different designs possible, that the side length has to be 12 centimeters. But how could we get that mathematically, and how do we connect this to squares and square roots? Well, let's take a look. Notice that we have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of the large squares. So we've got 12 large squares, and each of those large squares has a dimension of 3 by 3. So 3 by 3 centimeters. So 3 by 3 is 12. 3 by 3 is 9, and 9 multiplied by 12 is 108 centimeters squared. So in total we've got 108 centimeters squared from the large tiles, and then we have 9 of the small tiles, and each of the small tiles is 2 by 2. And if we do 2 by 2 is 4, and 4 times 9 is 36 centimeters squared. So in total we have 144 centimeters squared. So that's our total area divided up amongst the tiles in the mosaic. So our final design has to be a square. We're told that it has to be a square. And the area of the square in total has to be 144 centimeters squared, because that's the total area that we've got in tiles. So now we want to find the side length x. So we know that x squared is equal to 144. So what's x? Well, if x squared is 144, x must be the square root of 144, and the square root of 144 is 12. So no matter which design we make, it has to have a side length of 12 centimeters. If it doesn't, then we won't get a total area of 144 centimeters squared, and then the mosaic tiles won't fit to make a square.